We are back on Morning Line. Thanks for joining us. It's our final segment with our guests, and we've added another one. We got a full house. Look at the monitor. Doesn't that look cool?
Full house.
Look, she's smiling after weathering the morning traffic. And it wasn't just typical morning traffic. There's a big wreck on I-40 coming in from Bellevue. But Gretchen Funk is with us this morning. Thank you for joining the party, all right? She's Director of Supportive Care Services, correct, for 50Forward. And you've already met with us this morning, Susan Sizemore with 50Forward, and also Anna Claire Hoffman, Viva La Diva. Let's see, Gretchen, all right, we were talking about just some of the diversity that you have within 50Forward. We didn't get a chance to touch more on it, but they're basically the people that are involved with this, that take advantage of the services, run the range, do they not?
Right.
Income, age, ethnicity?
Right. We were taking a look at the zip codes that we cover
Yeah,
in our care management. 44 zip codes, I think, in this Middle Tennessee area.
So they come from all around.
Exactly. Wide reach, wide range of folks. Age-wise, 50 up to about a little over 100, I would say. People living at home, people still active in the community. So it's an amazing range.
And so then you also then have all different levels of involvement. Because obviously someone in their late 90s isn't going to be probably running around with the ones in their mid-50s.
Right, exactly.
I mean, they can if they want. But.
Right, and I think we offer opportunities for people to do that, to engage across age range, which I think is not as common in society nowadays.
Right.
But we work with folks who are really homebound and bring things into them to keep them active and engaged. And then we work with folks who can come and participate in yoga and Pilates and other things like that. Right, it's excellent.
Yeah, and we'll touch more on getting into the homes. We talked about people going places and doing all these events. But let's take a call from Ann real quick. Ann, good morning.
Good morning. I hate that I turned on late this morning. I have one question. Do you have to stick with your zip code? I have several sisters, and we're all over 50. I have a talent of kite flying. I'd love to get a group of people involved in that, because I fly real big kites. And I'd love to do canoeing, and I'll do homebound services. So how do we find out about more information? Do we just look up 50Forward? This sounds awesome.
It is. Listen, Ann, stick around, get your pen and paper. We'll give you a phone number. What do you want to comment on? Love the idea of kite flying, big mylar kites or whatever she has out there. That's a great thing to do. Right?
Yeah. That's right, sure. I'll talk a little bit about that. And it's funny because the other day it was so windy, I said, let's go over to the dam. I live on the east side and fly a kite.
You see them out there. It's great.
It's just beautiful. So anyway, and I think, for anyone who's interested in assessing what 50Forward has to offer, you can go to our website, 50forward.org. You can call 615-743-3400. But each of our centers has a little different flavor based on the audience they serve. And your sisters from any zip codes can connect and attend any of the centers they care to. So I invite you to research it. If you want to ask for any of the three of us when you call, we'll be happy to field your call as well. Susan, Anna Claire, Gretchen. But more than anything, just kind of tap into our community and we'll see what we can do that's fun together, including flying kites.
Yeah, I think that's great. Again, the number is 615-743-3400. And we'll give that number again after I say goodbye to them at the end of the show if you want to get pen and paper there. So getting out, flying kites, mentoring, and as you were talking about, that last gentleman who does that in the schools. So what about in-home care? You were saying that, and how that's paid for, or how that works, or what type of services you can bring to someone who, for whatever reason, can't really get out regularly from their home.
So we offer a wide variety of services for people who want to remain home. Everyone wants to stay living at home as long as they possibly can. And for older adults, some challenges are economics. Many people on a fixed income, of course. So we have care managers that work across Davidson and Williamson County and help maximize benefits that people are eligible for. And they go into homes and help people set up things that they're not even aware are options for them.
Like what?
So there's a property tax freeze, which is available to older adults, which is going to be very important. We're going to have a big push around that through the end of this year into the spring.
That's coming up.
The appraisal is coming up next year. So older adults.
That's crucial.
Right.
That's good you mentioned that.
Right. Whose incomes qualify, we can help them fill out all the paperwork and put the property tax freeze in place so that even with the new appraisal, their taxes will remain the same.
There's utility assistance too, isn't there?
Yep, absolutely. Utility assistance. A lot of food insecurity among seniors in our community.
So what you're talking about then is that your people then can get in there maybe and help them access the resources like Second Harvest or what we just talked about.
Food boxes, even some benefits programs that people are able to participate in. I think the challenge is that people will call us and say, this is the one thing that I need. And we'll say, that's great, we can help you with that, but why don't you have a care manager come and speak with you? And then they find out, oh, I didn't know that if I just take this little bit of assistance, I can stay home a little bit longer.
So when you say someone calls that, then if they say, okay, well, I'd love to talk to a care manager, you actually send one to their home?
Yep. If they are open to doing that, it's a home-based service is what we try to provide.
So they go to the home?
Yep.
And
exactly.
Does that cost anything?
Depends on your income.
Okay.
So most of the people that we serve through grant funding and then 50Forward's foundation support, there's no cost to the
Is there a
adults.
huge, long line to get someone to come visit, or does that happen pretty quick?
It happens pretty quick, which is amazing.
That's because not enough people know about this.
That's absolutely
I don't know if you realize what a big deal that is.
Right.
To have someone come to your home and then walk you through some of these basic things and help you out. I mean, that's a big deal.
Right, and we have care managers that have worked with us about 20 years.
So they know their stuff.
Absolutely.
Well, we were talking about Medicare, the open enrollment's going on right now, little things like that.
Right.
If they don't have a computer in their home, you have them at some of your operating centers, right?
Right.
And
we can sign people up for Medicare at our computers at our office, and we either take the information when we're at somebody's home, or they can come into the office and we sit with them and put in all their prescriptions.
what about Social Security?
We give advice on Social Security. You know, there's a lot of back and forth about when is the best time to begin receiving benefits. A lot depends on where you are. Are you still working some? So we do offer advice to folks on that too, how to position themselves best to get the maximum benefits through their lifetime.
Wow. I mean, so that, and some of them maybe I don't know, at that age, not all of them have qualified yet, depending on how old you are. There could also be Social Security disability application process.
Right.
Which can be like banging your head against a wall.
Right, exactly.
But,
and we definitely know there's professional help.
And well, again,
out
you're
there for
not
that.
lawyers. You're
Right,
not lawyers,
exactly.
but you know the paperwork aspect of it, which is having someone come to your home and walk you through that you trust. And these folks that go to the homes, I mean, they, like you said, they've been with you for years.
Right.
Obviously, they have the background and all of that. And
And at the holiday time,
Yeah,
we
what
do
about that?
very special things for all of our customers.
Can be
that
a
we're able to
depressing
help.
time
Can be a
sometimes for some.
very isolated. So we have a Meals on Wheels program that folks have probably spoken about. And in the last year, we delivered about 16,000 meals to about 120 people living at home. And on Thanksgiving, and this year it'll be Christmas Eve because of when Christmas falls, we deliver a special holiday meal to about 500 people on each of those holidays. And it's groups of volunteers, about 60 teams going out and really visiting with that person a little bit on the holiday, and then they get a home-cooked
That's
holiday
just great.
meal. Yeah, exactly.
In mentioning volunteers, that same number we gave out, if someone's watching this who's younger that wants to volunteer or help during these busy times, is that what they would call there?
Absolutely.
To help deliver? I just think that's a great idea
Right, help
as
us
well.
with Christmas gifts, delivering Christmas gifts, and the
that's
staff
neat.
is spread out. So it's
Okay.
nice to have a volunteer who maybe has a little extra time to devote to the 3 people that they're specially delivering to.
Right. So 50Forward's nonprofit status, correct? Nonprofit, and it's mostly funded by grants, private donations, and fundraisers like what we have going on again this week. And I know you wanted to mention too, you compete with other fun runs every weekend when it's beautiful out, and they're all worthy. Most all of them are very worthy. But yours, if you win a contest, what do you get?
If you win the costume contest, if you're considered the best dressed diva or dude, you get 2 tickets on JetBlue Airways, which is a first, and it's a travel opportunity
That's
just
neat
waiting.
that JetBlue donated that, and it's to
is.
wherever they fly or something like that. So that's part of it. And we have some time left, but I want to make sure we hit again on the event. It's this Saturday, right?
This
And
Saturday.
just remind folks where it is, how they sign up, what it will cost, what they need to bring, and what they get. So
Sure.
Let's just hit that
it's
again,
at
'cause that's important.
Nissan North America in Franklin, Tennessee.
Okay, in the parking lot there?
That is where the start and finish line starts, and then it'll
okay.
kind of go around Carruthers Parkway and McEwen Drive around there.
And it's a 5 and 10K, so there's 2 separate races.
5
right?
and a 10K. They both start at 8 a.m. Your registration price is $45, and that includes a tech shirt, a finisher charm, and eligibility for all of the age and team awards. kids.
Now, do you pay when you come out there, or can you get online and pay now?
You can go to www.vivaladivarun.org, or you can pay in person on race day.
Okay, great.
And then we also have packet pickup on Friday afternoon at Fleet Feet Sports in Brentwood. So you can also come there and register in person if you want to do it on the early end.
Yeah, and this is the 6th year you've done this?
Yes, the 6th year.
It's one of your top fundraisers, I suppose. Now, you're going to have great weather, like I said, I think, for a run anyway, this time of year. But typically, you have pretty good turnout. What's it like?
Yes,
what
absolutely.
What should people expect?
It's a great...
Several hundred, or...?
The energy is fantastic. Last year, I believe we had about 1,300 people there on site.
We have
really good. Great entertainment, different warm-ups throughout the day. We have a group of grannies from our 54 Donaldson Station Center that are the hip-hop Golden Girls, and they're coming out to do a performance, which is going to be amazing. I've seen them before, so we're excited about that. But it's great, just the energy. It's really nice having it on Nissan's campus. There's free parking, so you don't have to worry about getting there early. So yeah, it's a fun event, great cause, and we would love to have people come out and run.
Now, I think you guys are just going to get bigger or need more, right? Because as you were saying, what, 10,000 baby boomers reach the age of 65 every single day? Holy cow. And then the needs that they're going to have. And here in the Middle Tennessee area right now, you think about 20,000 folks?
We currently serve about 20,000 people annually, yes.
If there's any wish list on something you could add to the services you provide that's not there yet, is there something? I suppose one would be expanding, as we talked about, outside of just Williamson and Davidson counties. Okay, would that be one?
We're also looking at a transportation initiative, which is
we
very
did touch
big,
a bit on
and
that.
You spoke on that. So that's a big focus right now.
Meaning with the 2 new vans that you have?
Right, and just in general in the community, we're partnering with the Council on Aging that has an initiative called Senior Ride Nashville. So we're figuring out how FiftyForward and Senior Ride Nashville, other initiatives through Mayor Barry, can address the need of transportation in general and then seniors in particular.
Right, okay, so transportation's the biggie, but other than that, in terms of activities that you can offer, if you're not offering it now, if someone comes to one of these centers and makes a suggestion like she did with kite flying, I mean, you just add it, right? Is that how that works? If there's interest in it, you'll do it.
I think if there's interest, certainly we'll try it. And even one of our centers right now is offering pickleball, and you've probably heard about pickleball. It's a court.
I've seen that.
Yeah, it's
at the YMCA. Do they have one?
They do.
Pickleball
They do.
Court?
And our Bellevue Center, which is in partnership again with the Y, they are offering pickleball. And while I haven't been out there to see it yet, we're going to do a feature on it because it's really a hot sport for adults 50 plus. And so I think
the ball doesn't move as fast, but it's like tennis kind of, but it's indoors.
Yes.
And it looks like fun.
It does.
I mean, anyone can play it, I suppose. So that's growing in popularity, but you need the court and the facility for it, right? Now, do you guys deal with, I mean, I was going to say, I bet a lot of silver sneakers are part of 50Forward.
Yes, yes.
Because they basically take over the Y sometimes in the afternoon. And that's one reason the water in the pool is so darn warm. You know, and if you like to do laps, I like it a little cooler, but the seniors want it warm. And if you cool it off, they don't like it.
That's right. It's good. It's good for joints. That warm water is good for arthritis
Silver
and joints.
sneakers like warm swimming pools. And that's all right. I know there's a lot of... Boy, you see them all about there. So, I mean, let's give the phone number out just one more time. 615-743-3400. 615-743-3400. That's not only for accessing or trying to figure out what kind of services, and we've had some callers that wanted to find out, but also if you want to volunteer. All right, so you've got a minute and a half. What else do you want to hit people with before we wrap things up? Anything that you think's important? You just got here, so go ahead.
Yeah. Well, I think the idea, as you mentioned, 54 is a well-kept secret.
Yeah,
so a lot of people don't think about us until they need something or they have more time on their hands when they're retired. So I think our website is a great place to go to just see everything that's available that you may not have thought of before.
www.50forward.com, is that?
.org.
Oh, .org,
Yep.
okay.
Yep.
So yeah, go there. Again, though, you know, not everyone has access to a computer or the savvy that way. You can do it at the library and gain access.
And we have publications, paper publications
where do you get
that are
those?
available.
You can get those at any of our centers and at select Kroger stores, and it's called Forward Focus. And I
think I've seen those.
Yeah, there's one sitting right over there. If you, but anyway,
well, that's...
so it's a quarterly publication, and it has everything from kind of motivating stories to activities to phone numbers to how to reach any of our centers and then any of our programs as well.
Good. just as you said, I agree. It's, I mean, I didn't know all that you offered. And there's so many people that need it. And I do shows on here where you just hear these poor people that just don't know what to do, or they're lonely, or whatever. And 50Forward's just sitting out there, and you can actually get a caseworker to come to your home before next year.
Right, absolutely.
Well, you know, sometimes some of these services, and they do the best they can, and they're strapped.
Right.
And they get tons of calls. I mean, Metro Action Commission.
Right.
You know, just going on, holy cow.
Right.
They are just snowed under. So, well, we've got to go, but I want to thank all three of you for coming on. Good luck on the fun run this weekend. I
Thank
hope
you.
everyone turns out for that.
Yeah.
I'll hit that up one more time and give the number out, but thank you all for coming on.
Thanks for having
You did a
us.
great job.
Thank you.
I'll be back right after this.